In today's gaming news, Battlefield Hardline is pushed back to 2015, FireFall reveals End Game raid bosses, and the curse of Naxx adventure is upon us. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. My name is Force, here with your day's gaming news. First up today, Battlefield Hardline was originally planned to release this fall, but has since been pushed back to 2015. In a post discussing why this happened, they said that back at E3 we launched a beta for Hardline. We wanted to not only show you the game, but let you play it for yourselves. Millions of players jumped in and had a great time. Are these people functioning in the same universe that I'm in? Because if I recall correctly, the overall consensus about Hardline was that it felt like DLC, it felt like an expansion pack, and that it shouldn't be a fully priced $60 game, and that they shouldn't be releasing it this fall. And they're not releasing it this fall, and if they're making improvements, that's fantastic, but you can just call it what it is, alright? You're delaying the game because all of the internet said it was trash and that they wouldn't buy it. I don't mean to be overly critical or negative about this, but I like honesty. A lot of the time, most of the time, 100% of the time, I would prefer honesty. And the truth is that people didn't like Battlefield Hardline. People probably weren't going to purchase Battlefield Hardline if it released this fall based on what they saw in the beta. So they're delaying it to make it better and hopefully make it worth a purchase. If they can make a good game, fantastic. But let's just call a spade, huh? Next up in news, FireFall launches in a little under a week, and with the launch coming up, Red 5 Studios has revealed some of the upcoming content we can expect in the final version of the game. Specifically, they've outlined some end game raid bosses, actually known as Melding Titans. These will be 20-person raids, and the ones that they revealed were Baneclaw, a giant scarab creature that rolls around and summons minions, as well as Kenaola, a big worm who spits out lava and has a magma cavern that will raise throughout the course of the fight. So they're revealing some endgame content, specifically some endgame group content, which makes me happy to see. One of the biggest complaints with FireFall, as we've discussed, is people just felt like there was little to do. And with the most recent launch patches, with them adding a ton of personalized missions and just more content for us to explore, in addition to these endgame 20-man raids, it'll be interesting to see what people feel about the finalized version of FireFall. And last up in news today, the Curse of Naxx Hearthstone expansion is finally upon us. You can jump in for free right now and try your hand against the first 3 bosses of the Arachnid Quarter. Now in doing so, you'll be able to unlock some brand new neutral cards as well as some class-specific cards for the Druid and the Rogue. As time goes on, we're going to get the additional wings for Naxx with additional bosses to fight against, new cards to unlock, as well as the new class-specific cards. All around, it's an exciting time. I've already basically finished the expansion, or whatever we want to call this, the addition to Hearthstone. I beat all the bosses in normal mode, I beat them all in heroic mode, and I also did the 2 class challenges. It would total out to maybe a couple of hours of additional content, but hey, it's a couple of hours of free content, and the biggest thing of them all is that we've got brand new cards to play with. We're going to get a shifting of the metagame. We don't expect big shifts immediately because these cards will be released periodically as the new wings come out over the next few weeks, but once all the cards are available, I'm really excited to see how things shift up, how these new cards are implemented into the Hearthstone laddering system. All around, it's neat. Check it out. Again, it's free. If you jump in right now, you get that first wing for free. If you wait until after launch week, it is going to cost you some in-game currency or real money. So jump in right now, get your free cards, check it out. It was fun. It was fun to fight against the bosses. It was all around an enjoyable experience, and I'm actually going to be releasing a heroic boss fight sort of strategy guide of sorts, or show you how I beat them, probably sometime later today, so keep an eye out for that. And that's going to do it today. We've got a couple of extra things I want to let you know about. Another delay, this one is actually from Dragon Age Inquisition. It's been delayed a month from its initial release date of October to now November the 18th. And then also CCP has revealed a new online shooter set in the EVE universe. That sounds familiar. Yes, it sounds exactly like Dust 514, but this one is going to be for the computer, and evidently that's going to be bigger and better, and who knows, we'll find out. And that does it for today's episode of The Feed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about any of the topics discussed here today in the comment section below. Battlefield Hardline's delay, why do you think they're actually doing it? FireFall End Game 20-man raid bosses, are you going to give that game a look? Are you excited for it? And then finally, Hearthstone's Curse of Naxx expansion. Have you jumped in yet? If you haven't, go go ahead and do so. It's a lot of fun. I highly suggest it. Thanks guys so much for watching. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. Now, I know I mentioned 2 different game delays, and one of them I ragged on, and the other one I pretty much gave a free pass, but there's a difference between these two. Dragon Age Inquisition, a lot of people are really excited for, and it getting pushed back means more RPG goodness. Battlefield Hardline, nobody is pretty much excited for, and it getting pushed back just means they realize it's garbage, and hopefully they make it better. But even if they do, I don't know if anyone's gonna care.